Hey guys, Zest here, otherwise known as Zebra. I'm gonna do a little tutorial on Sony Vegas. My friend just wanted to do simple, so I'll just start off with the basics. I'm gonna go through not every single effect, but I'll go through some of them. Some of them do require plugins. I'm not going to say how to get them. You just have to figure that out on your own. Okay, let's start off. Noise. As you can see, over noise, it makes it look like ridiculous. It looks ugly as hell. I'll show you what you can do. Let me find a video. Leftovers. That's After Effects. Your folder. Okay, here we go. Oh, so clips. I'll just do one of my clips. Sorry, I have a slow computer, guys. Okay. Say I have this clip. The first thing before you do anything at all, is to right click, go to properties, disable resample. That makes the clip not ugly as hell. And right here is what this preview is gonna look like. If I want to do it best and auto, that's gonna make it look its best. But it's gonna slow Sony Vegas down a lot. If draft makes the quality horrible, but it will play a lot faster. It'll play a lot faster than it would. I'll just keep it at preview for right now, cause I'm not really doing anything. Usually want to remove the sound unless you're just doing the raw clip. By removing the sound away from the video, on your keyboard, you press U. This is for Windows. I do not know for Mac. Oh wait, Mac doesn't have Sony Vegas. Never mind. On Windows, it's U. That separates it. It doesn't look like it'll do anything, but if you click on this, my bad. It's one separate piece. So you just delete that. Sorry, I gotta move this back out. Okay, there we go. Delete that. So now you're just left with your clip. Okay, I'll show you what noise does. Not a lot of editors really use this. You can use this as an effect onto the gun or a transition, but not a lot of editors use it, so it's up to you. As you can see right here, it'll make it ugly as hell. So you can kind of make it crickle before you want to shoot. Say you wanted to go all the way up to here. You can keyframe it. This is a keyframe. You make sure this is clicked. Sync cursor to media timeline. This will keep it with the video, like this. Okay, say I wanted it to be right here. Okay, actually, go one frame before it, keyframe, go right there, and set it to whatever. I'll just do it at 211 because that's ugly as hell. And I will turn it off right here. Right here. Okay, close that. So you see now, you go through your clip, boom. Boom. You see that right there? Boom, static. And then it goes away. Okay, I'll take that off. Okay, next effect. You don't really need black and white. Black restore. You don't really need that either. Border, I would, for any COD editors, I really wouldn't use that. You really don't need it. Brightness and contrast. This is for if you don't have magic bullet looks and you want to add a kind of, not really color correction, because that would be what color curves are for, but for brightness and contrast, you can just drag that on there for default. Let me move somewhere in the clip. Right here. Right here. Okay. Say you want to turn that up. Simple as that. Pretty simple. Simple as that. This is contrast. This is kind of really basic. Say you wanted to keyframe that, like a keyframe this. I will go one frame earlier, go over, right to where the bullet is, brightness all the way up. Contrast you can do whatever you want with. And right here, 0, 0. Easy as that. So, what you just did is you just put it bright. And it's gone. Okay. Easy as that. Let's see. I'll remove that. Okay. I don't really usually mess with these unless you're gonna really try to use the full extent of Sony Vegas, which I would prefer. I mean, not prefer, but I preferably use After Effects. Okay, here's color curves. Color curves is for if you do not have Magic Bullet Looks, which is a color correction system, which is a completely different program. Color curves. Here we go. Let's say I'll just drag default on. Okay, color curves right here. Depending on what you want, you can drag and put it at whatever you want. I really don't recommend this though because you really should get Magic Bullet Looks. So I'm not gonna tell you how to get that, but you can get it however. I'll just put that back to 0. Okay. There. Okay. What else? Defocus. This isn't really something I use a lot. Unless you want to use it as a transition, which then is completely cool. For Sony Vegas. One note, Sony Vegas is not going to be something you're going to want to mainly edit with. Most editors just use Sony Vegas to render, and this is pretty much how it is. This is kind of a blur. As I said, keyframing before. Keyframing is pretty easy. I'll go through that one more time. Okay, okay, I'll keyframe right here, and I'll go, wait, what did I keyframe it? Okay, whatever. Oh, animate, there we go, my bad. Okay, keyframe right here. Bring it over to wherever you want to blur it. I guess I'll blur it like right here. Go over, keyframe. I'll stop the blur right here. That keyframes. Okay, so basically what I just did. Went through, blur. Blurred right here. And went back to normal. Pretty much how it is. These are really simple effects. That's why people use After Effects. Sony Vegas doesn't have as many options. Deform you really won't use for editing. Film light, film effects. This is just if you want it to look old. Just if you want it to look old. And you could keyframe that too. Let me take that off. Gaussian blur. This is pretty much like what I just showed you, except it's a better version, sort of thing. This will completely blur it. So let's see, 0, 0. Like if you wanted to keyframe this horizontal, you could do that. Keyframe it, move over your clip, put it back to 0. Like it's what is it? Is transition. There we go. Let's see, glint, glow. Glow is pretty much kind of like an overlay, which makes this whole thing glow. Here, I'll show you. I'll put a template download in the description for a glow that you can use. Let me find one of my old editing packs. I don't really use these anymore. Where the hell is that? Oh, by Taser. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Glow overlays. Right here. This is a glow. Sorry, I can slow computer. And if you hear a little dripping in the background, it's because it's raining and my computer's right next to the window. Okay. Here's the glow. You'll bring it on right away. Disable resample. Properties, disable resample. You always need to do that. Always. That is a necessity. Okay, what you can do is add another video track, put this over it, sync it to your clip, Okay. Right here, it's just going to look like a glow. It's just going to show it. So what you need to do is go to composing mode and go to add. That will make it however you want it. And then what you can do if you want to change the color of it, what I usually do, and what I used to do when I was a noob editor, which I really don't use Sony Vegas anymore, is you can take, what is it, color curves, put it over it, change it to really however you want, put this right here, blue, you can choose it to blue. In my opinion, you should probably only use this sometimes, because that's really not even a color correction, that's just a glow to make it glow. I really recommend getting Magic Bullet looks. I'll show you what that does in a second. Okay, so delete that. What effect is on this? Nothing. Okay. Let's see what else I can show you. Glow, gradient. Gradients, those are just gradients. Lens flare. These you can mess with. These are fun to mess with. You could put them on your screen, and you really need to position it wherever on your screen you want it to be. I'd recommend using it as a transition, maybe. Just keyframe it, put it around. You can change the tint to it, the intensity, however you want it to be. I really do only recommend using that as a transition. Okay, on to the next. This is levels. If you really want to sync music to a clip, levels is the place to be. I use this in After Effects too. I don't think it's called levels in After Effects, but something like this pretty much. Say I want to go over right here, and I want their flash to be right there. You can drag brighten on it. These are what come with it. This brightens it, but you would have to keyframe it at input N. So you would have to go, where is it? Right here. Keyframe it. Go over to the bullet shot. Put it at whatever you want. Whatever you want. Go over. Put it back to 1. Pretty much, that's it. So, as you can see what I did. Sorry, it was bright at the beginning because red's changed it back, but I'll come here, boom. This is a little brighter, but it faded into the normal color again. So, okay, I'll just remove that. Let's see. Light rays. These are really hard to explain. Say I wanted to go in the middle of my clip. It pretty much makes a boom, kind of like if you wanna, like a pump, if you will. This is, you can keyframe it, make it go down or low. Whenever you shoot, you can make it pump like that. And you can also make it a beat, sort of, so you can sync it to the music. I'll do a later tutorial on how to sync to the music. Linear blur. This is pretty much the same as blur. It just looks sexier, I guess. Move that. You can keyframe them. You can keyframe all of these. This is just for beginning editors. This is Magic Bullet looks. I'll open it and see if it opens. Sometimes it doesn't. It just acts up. Edit. Well, Magic Bullet looks is basically a completely different program, but it's connected to Sony Vegas and After Effects, and it will allow you to make a color correction. But like amazing color corrections. You can get presets for them. They look really good. Let's hope this loads. If it doesn't, I'll just reopen it. If you guys have any questions, just please post them in the comments and I will reply to them. See, unable to launch. It does that sometimes. I have no clue why. Just have to reopen it again. Close window. Okay, there. Close program. Sorry about that. My computer's a piece of crap sometimes.